Good day or evening, dear participants. In this third lecture of Module 4, we are going to focus on the establishment of teaching strategies, methods, and techniques based on students' needs. My name is Rachel. I am the facilitator of this lecture, assisting Mr. Maurice Nkusi. Let us first introduce this lecture. Understanding and addressing the diverse needs of students is fundamental to effective teaching. This concept revolves around tailoring instructional strategies, methods, and techniques that constitute the instructional framework to align with the unique learning styles, abilities, and interests of each student. By doing so, educators can create a more inclusive and supportive learning environment, fostering better engagement and academic success, according to Tomlinson, 2014. The importance of recognizing and adapting to students' individual needs cannot be overstated. Each student brings a distinct set of experiences, skills, and learning preferences to the classroom, making a one-size-fits-all approach to teaching ineffective. By employing differentiated instruction, teachers can ensure that all students have equal opportunities to learn and succeed, according to Tomlinson, 2001. This approach is supported by a wealth of research indicating that personalized learning strategies can significantly enhance student outcomes according to Hattie, 2009, Ryan, and Deci, 2000. Furthermore, the implementation of varied instructional methods, such as project-based learning and technology-enhanced learning, caters to diverse learning styles and promotes a richer educational experience. Gardner, 1983. This multifaceted approach not only accommodates visual, auditory, and kinesthetic learners, but also encourages a more dynamic and interactive classroom environment according to Weimer, 2013. In summary, the establishment of teaching strategies based on students' needs is a dynamic and ongoing process that requires continuous assessment and adaptation. By doing so, educators can create a more inclusive and engaging learning environment that promotes academic success for all, according to Black and William, 1998. Key components of students' needs and instructional modalities. Adapting teaching strategies, methods, and techniques based on students' needs is a critical aspect of effective education. By continuously assessing and responding to the diverse needs of students, educators can create a more inclusive and engaging learning environment that promotes academic success for all. Some of the key components are, the list is not exhaustive. 1. Assessment and differentiation is one of the primary steps in this approach to assessing the individual needs of students. This involves both formative and summative assessments to identify strengths, weaknesses, and learning preferences. Black and William, 1998. By understanding these factors, teachers can differentiate instruction, which means altering the content, process, and product of learning based on students' needs according to Tomlinson, 2001. 2. A variety of instructional approaches where it is essential to consider some of the approaches, such as include direct instruction, collaborative learning, project-based learning, and technology-enhanced learning. Each method caters to different learning styles, such as visual, auditory, and kinesthetic, according to Gardner, 1983. By incorporating multiple approaches, teachers can ensure that they reach all students effectively. 3. Student-centered learning, where it is crucial to shifting the focus from teacher-centered to student-centered learning. This approach empowers students to take ownership of their learning through active participation and engagement, according to Weimer, 2013. Techniques such as inquiry-based learning and peer teaching can be particularly effective in fostering a deeper understanding of the material. Continuous adaptation. The process of tailoring teaching strategies is not static. It requires continuous observation and adaptation. Teachers must be flexible and responsive to the changing needs of their students, adjusting their methods as necessary to ensure optimal learning outcomes, according to Hattie, 2009. This dynamic approach helps in maintaining a productive learning environment that supports all students. Benefits. Implementing teaching strategies based on students' needs has numerous benefits. it promotes a higher level of engagement and motivation among students. Ryan and Desi, 2000. Moreover, it helps in bridging the achievement gap by providing equitable learning opportunities for all students, regardless of their background or abilities, according to Darling-Hammond, 2010. Establishing effective teaching strategies based on students' needs. By employing key components as discussed earlier in this lecture, an academic can create a dynamic and inclusive learning environment that meets the diverse needs of her students, promoting their academic success and fostering a love for learning. For example, let us imagine a first-year maths class comprised of students with varied learning abilities and preferences. To address these differences, the teacher begins by conducting formative, diagnostic assessments to understand each student's maths level, interests, and preferred learning styles according to Black and William, 1998. With this knowledge, the teacher can tailor the instructional approach in the following ways. 1. Assessment and differentiation. The academic uses both formative and summative assessments throughout the semester. Tomlinson, 2001. For instance, for the case of first-year English course, the lecturer may start with a reading inventory and interest survey to gauge each student's strengths and areas for improvement. Based on the results, she differentiates instruction by providing advanced reading materials and more challenging assignments for students who excel, while offering additional support and modified assignments for those who struggle. 2. Variety of instructional approaches. To cater to different learning styles, the teacher employs a variety of instructional methods. For visual learners, she incorporates graphic organizers and mind maps to help them visualize the plot and themes of the novels they read. Auditory learners benefit from listening to audiobooks and participating in class discussions. Kinesthetic learners engage in interactive activities, such as role-playing scenes from the book, or creating physical models representing key elements of the story, according to Tomlinson, 2001. Third, student-centered learning. Shifting to a student-centered approach, the teacher encourages students to take ownership of their learning through inquiry-based projects. For example, she assigns a research project where students choose a theme from the novel and explore its relevance in contemporary society. Students work in groups to present their findings, fostering collaboration and peer teaching according to Tomlinson, 2001. 4. Continuous adaptation. Throughout the semester, the teacher continuously observes and adapts her strategies. She regularly checks in with students to gather feedback and assess their progress. If a particular method is not working, she is flexible and ready to try alternative approaches to ensure that all students remain engaged and on track according to Black and William, 1998. Let us reflect now. This lecture explored the critical importance of understanding and addressing the diverse needs of students for effective teaching, involving continuous assessment and the use of varied instructional methods to cater to different learning styles. By employing student-centered approaches and remaining flexible, educators can create inclusive and engaging learning environments that promote academic success for all students. Now, what questions should we start asking ourselves? What comes to my immediate thinking is, 1. How do you think differentiating instruction-based students' needs using formative and summative assessments can impact student learning outcomes? 2. Can you describe a situation where a variety of instructional methods might benefit different types of learners in your classroom? Provide specific examples. 3. In what ways can a student-centered approach, such as inquiry-based learning or peer teaching, enhance engagement and understanding of the material? Reflect on your own experiences or observations. Reflect in writing on these 4 questions using the Gibbs Reflective Cycle Guide, which will be shared with you in this module. Compile your reflection in the e-journal available within the e-learning platform in use in this self-paced online course. Share your reflections with your colleagues at work and also share them on the community of practice space, which will be shared with you. In conclusion, this lecture explores the essential aspect of establishment of teaching strategies based on students' needs for quality education. By conducting thorough assessments and employing a variety of instructional approaches, academics can create a dynamic, inclusive, and engaging learning environment. This approach not only caters to the diverse learning styles and preferences of students, but also promotes higher levels of engagement, motivation, and academic success. Continuous observation and adaptation ensure that teaching methods remain responsive to the evolving needs of the classroom, fostering an educational experience where every student has the opportunity to thrive. Through this dedication to personalized learning, teachers can help bridge the achievement gap and inspire a lifelong commitment for learning in their students. If you have any questions or challenges, please use the discussion forum named Questions and Answers of Module 4 to ask questions and answer other participants' questions as well. Thank you for your attention.